Hello, Flosstube.
Pixie Dust Stitchers.
Yes, we're Pixie Dust Stitchers. It is the 25th that we're filming. We'll see how fast it gets. Yeah, of April. We'll see how fast it gets loaded up and on the website. And today is the best day ever because we are filming from Acorns and Threads.
On location at Acorns and Threads.
Yay.
I mean, come on. And we got a yay from Lisa. Yeah.
So if we happen, if we happen to have strangers walking behind us or peeking in to say hello to y'all, that's why.
Yeah. But for some of you who've never maybe seen some of Linda Jo's videos or any of the videos that show acorns, you've got a little shot of the back.
Yes. So come on in if you're ever around. They would love to have you.
Yes. And thank you for coming back. For any of you who have been watching us, we appreciate it. And if you're new, welcome.
Yes. Yeah. We'll jump right into things. I'm just going to give a quick update because I usually do. We moved my mother-in-law into her new facility. She's pretty much out of her apartment. She's cleaning it and things like that. But she is in the new facility. We did get most of her things in it. It's a smaller space than what she had before. She has gotten rid of some things, and she's had to pare down a lot of things she's just not going to need because they don't cook in their facilities. They provide the food for them. So.
Sure, so she's not going to need any of that
She doesn't need any of it. So we got her all moved in. She's got a friend up. That's closer to my age. It's not like she's 80 and trying to help her or anything, but she's helping her get settled. So she's not in her new place all alone. She's got somebody there to kind of work her through it for a couple of days anyway. And that'll help her a lot, I think.
Nice.
So,
well, good.
So we just need to get a few paperwork things done, and then I think we'll be pretty settled with kind of what we need to do with her for the time being, unless things take a turn. But otherwise, yeah, we're getting towards kind of the finale for now.
That's good. That's nice. I mean, it's, nice.
So much better, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anything else personal?
No, well, we're going on vacation this weekend. Woo-hoo, another best
Not
day
me.
ever.
Her.
Yes,
Dang
my
it.
husband and I. And my husband has very fond of sending this group text to everybody who's going, the temperatures for the days that we're going to be there, the forecast, and he does this every single day. So of course the forecast changes daily, and sometimes quite a bit. So the temperatures were going down, and it was great, and it was going to be comfortable. And then today he sent one saying, uh-oh, and they're like 89, 90, and I'm like, oh no, stop sending us these updates.
Sunshine and hot.
And humid.
I know.
So, yeah. So we're really looking forward to that because between my mother-in-law and everything else going on, we've been busy, and we need a break.
You need a break. Absolutely. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Totally understand that.
Very looking forward to
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How was your Easter?
Easter, it's pretty quiet. Our holidays, I mean, our kids, our daughter doesn't live at home. My son is 18, doesn't care. So it was pretty quiet.
Does it get an Easter basket?
No.
I still get an Easter basket if I go see my parents.
Yeah, I don't think they've hardly cared about those since they were probably, 10, 9, 8, it's just like...
I'm a weirdo because I still like my stockings and I still like my Easter basket from my mama.
Yeah, I mean, they would love to have the candy, but considering my son's teeth issues, I told my mother-in-law, don't give him any sugar.
Oh, mine's not candy. Mine's like weird things like Archie comics. And, random little things. Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but yeah, it was pretty quiet. Did you all...
We did Good Friday service at our church, which was awesome. I wasn't feeling really great last week, was having some issues, and so Easter Sunday, actually, we weren't able to make it to church.
Right.
So we didn't really do a lot. It was just my husband and I, but we did go visit his mom. Spent a little bit of time at his mom's house, but nothing special.
Right.
No, like, ham or anything like that.
No.
And then the only other thing that's kind of been going on, a little bit of sad news, just is that we found out that my father-in-law has stage 1 lung cancer, and he already has a lung disease. that's been an issue.
Okay.
So finding out that he has that, and he's older, but he's like, I think he's like 77 or 78, but he's an old 77.
He's wore out his
He's like
body,
a
huh?
98-year-old
Yeah.
78,
Yeah.
you know, and so they haven't addressed what they're going to do.
Gotcha.
So we'll find out later on. But
Okay.
you know, it's been a little bit hard on my husband. He's just
It's hard.
feeling sad. You
Well,
know, just-
hopefully with stage 1 that they'll be able to do something about it, you know,
Yeah.
catch.
yeah, it's early.
Yeah.
So that's, but with the lung disease, I don't know if that's going to interfere. I don't know. So
Yeah, and if you've been hard on your body, it's hard for it to,
yeah.
you know, recovery and get
exactly.
better. And you know, even with catching it early, it just
Yeah,
may not be
yeah,
enough. You just
yeah.
never know.
You just don't know. No. So
Yeah.
so that's really
Sad stuff, but
yeah.
It's part of our life, isn't it?
It is,
As
absolutely.
we get to our ages, we're around a lot more people who have issues.
Yeah, sure.
And
Well,
it
and
just-
even younger people, you know.
They do, but it seems like nowadays I'm getting a lot of it.
Yeah.
You know, you
Sure.
get a lot of people that you know that are becoming sick, or they're
Mm-hmm.
like my mother-in-law. They're getting older and they're having a little bit more problems with
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
memory, and
yeah.
hitting that kind of
Yeah.
age. So, yeah,
I know. The only thing I hope is that I don't get to, like, I know my parents would come home from seeing some of their friends sometimes and be like, all they did was talk about what medications they're on, what hurts. And I'm like, oh gosh.
yes, yes.
And I'm like, I don't want my life to be about that,
You know-
where all I do is get together with people and I'm like, ah, my knee hurts.
Yeah.
I'm on the high blood pressure. Anyway, just saying.
You know, and it's funny how, you know, at different stages of your lives, you end up talking about things. So when your kids are little, all you do is talk about your kids. I don't even remember what I talked about before without, you know, besides my kids when they were little. It's just, you hit those different milestones
Yeah.
in your life, and that's all you talk about. So
true,
yes,
yeah.
hopefully we won't be like that. But you also don't want to be one of those, remember the good old days in high school when I
know.
played football as a quarterback and
know.
I was a star player. You don't want to do that either.
At least I'll always be able to talk about stitching.
Yes.
We just had Jolene go by.
Yep. We got all kinds of fun stuff happening here.
So that's my personal life. That's
Yay.
But I'm good.
Excellent. Let's do a little bit of our stitching stuff before we happen to talk about anything else.
Oh, yeah, and it's going to be a little bit of a shorter video, we think.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah. I just, between me having to leave on vacation, got lots going on. We
Yeah.
we don't have quite as much
Yeah,
to
not
cover.
as much stuff to do, and not as much stuff done.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, whips.
Whips.
Let's cover that real quick. I'm kind of doing the same stuff that I've been doing, nothing really new, just added to the stitching that I've done on. So I've got my Floral Fun #2, I've added to it, so I've got a lot more of the stripes and started the butterfly and
You
flowers.
can really see how pretty the fabric is in here with the lighting.
I know. Maybe we should
really
film
good.
here from here
Yeah, maybe we'll just do-
every time.
They won't mind.
They're over there laughing at us now.
No, it's really pretty. And I know you were saying that that isn't the called for color, but
Right.
I actually think it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
And it goes
so-
really well with it.
Yeah, this was, as you can see, it was a little bit lighter color, more of a pinky, but it's still pretty.
So pretty.
It's still
It
pretty.
was upside down. Your pitch.
Thank you. See, they're pointing out that it's upside down. I'm like, what are they talking about there? Yeah,
It's
I was so trying not to get the glare on the plastic that I wasn't paying any attention to the pattern. Great. This is going to be great. Okay, and then this one. This is
you've done a
my
great
Sleepy
job.
Hollow. So most of you have probably seen the picture of the pattern, but I'll show you that real quick. So I'm doing the house over here. I don't know how well you can see. I have alternated my rows on the house with the stitching for a couple of reasons. One, I didn't realize I was going to need another skein of that color. And not knowing what the dye lot would look like for the next skein, since I hadn't pre-bought it, I didn't know if it was going to change enough, that I didn't want, half of the roof all with the one skein, and then the other half with another skein and potentially
Yeah,
a change. So
yeah.
I alternated those layers.
It's actually really smart.
And that way, if there is a difference, it just looks like tile on the roof is kind of
Can
changing.
I just say, this is going to sound really weird, but I actually kind of love the way that it looks, not
Yeah,
filled in.
yeah,
I
it
know
does
that's weird,
look
but
pretty
I'm
good
like, it's
even
kinda
without.
cool.
I'll show it again.
No, I mean,
so
you're going to
see
fill it
what
in, but I
she's
just think it looks
talking
really
about.
cool.
But
It looks
yeah,
really cool.
it doesn't look too bad that way.
I think it's neat.
So I still have the chimney on top. There's 2 chimneys on either side that need to be put on there, and obviously some pumpkins around the bottom. But
Looks really nice.
yeah, the house is getting there.
pretty.
So slowly but surely, we're getting there.
No, you've done a lot of stitching.
So those are the only things I've really been working on for stitching, besides other projects that I've been doing. So
Okay.
what you been working on?
Well, same old, same old. I'm still working on Coverlet Christmas, Spring Magic, Spotted Pigs, Merry Mustard Seed, The Beekeeper. Those are my 5 whips right now. So here's The Beekeeper. And this is all I've gotten done so far. I had the bee skip, but
Yes.
I'm finally working on
Got a lot of
those
flowers.
and more of the stems. Really loving that.
I can't wait till you get to that bowl. That bowl looks
I know.
awesome.
I know. Here, I'll show it
just-
again because that
Yeah,
bowl is.
that bowl looks fabulous.
I'm so excited to start that. So loving that, and I was gonna say, so Spotted Pigs. I'm not gonna show it, but you guys have seen. I think I'm gonna frog it again because
You
I'm
just
not
can't handle the
happy. I
pink?
don't like that pink is too
Yeah.
pink, and I don't like the green. So I think I'm actually gonna go back to the apple cider, and I think I'm gonna do more of a try and find more of a white or like grits or oatmeal, something that's
Right.
lighter. Because I'm not happy, and I really don't want a frog, but I also don't. It's better to do it now than get completely done. And so that one is a whole thing. So that's an issue. And then I decided to do something completely different. It was kind of just feeling like I needed a change, and I decided to do a punch needle. So I had gone to this workshop early last year called Let's Get Punchy, and this is one of the patterns that was available, and I just thought it was so pretty. And they use wool yarn instead of floss.
Yep.
And so I finished that,
Very pretty.
and I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. And I'm not a particularly good punch needler, if that's a word.
We can make up whatever words we want. No rules.
I know.
Hashtag
and
no rules.
So Jolene just said it's because I haven't taken her class.
Oh,
and so
there
I
you
will
go.
have to. But I think I also want to give it a try. I've only done it with yarn. But I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's
Okay.
yeah. So I'll have you look at it.
Jolene says it's harder to do with yarn.
Yeah.
So
there you go. So I'm
yeah.
starting with the harder part. Woo! Maybe I'll be a pro at the other.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's that. Should I do that now?
It's up
or-
to you if you want.
Okay, so I had talked last week about scissor fobs and how I had been commissioned to make some from the Spring Fling for Lynn and Barb. And I showed Lynn's last week. And let me find some paper. Do you have any?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Just about here.
And so I finished Barb's. And 8 swings, sorry. And it's more beiges and browns. And so, yep. So there's that. So that's for Barb. And I'm so excited. And then when I came in today, I was talking, well, I didn't even talk about it. I guess Barb had been talking about it with the ladies here, and they all wanted to see. So I showed them some of my scissor fobs. And Lisa, Lori, and Jolene are all commissioned me one for a scissor fob too. So
Excellent.
Woo.
Yay.
Yay.
I know, it's kind of fun getting all those little extra little fun things in your life that you're
Yeah.
not expecting
Yeah.
to happen.
So blessing.
Yes.
Love it.
I do have just a couple of purchases that I've made since last time. I went in Satsuma Street.
That's cute.
It is adorable.
That's really
I am really loving the Satsuma Street stuff.
Yeah, you like their stuff,
They're
yeah.
so bright and colorful. That's part of it. Though it's not like I have to have everything bright and colorful, but for some reason, the way they do stuff, I really like it. This is done on perforated paper.
Oh.
It's a very simple one. They actually have 4 different Halloween-y kind of patterns. So I might do more of those. We'll see. The reason I got this is because when we go on our trip, I want something small
yeah.
and easy that I don't have to have a magnifier for.
Oh, yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, so even my Floral Fun, I might need a magnifier for it. I can't remember. So it's just easier to have something that's really, really easy and you know, it's easy to carry as well as easy to stitch.
That's smart.
So
That's great.
that's why I got that. Plus, I really liked it. And there's a whole bunch more Sesame Streets that they had back there that I'm like, I've got to have them all. Oh my goodness. And then I was just happened when I was here, I think for our last get together, that I was just flipping through some stuff just through the store, and I happened to come across this. It might be an old one. Let me see if I can see the date on it or not. I'm not catching it really fast, so I think it could be an older one. It is Apple Blossom Sampler. Let's get a little closer. I'm not huge on samplers. I mean, I like them, but it's not like that's all I do. But I like the springiness of it. It's got the nice spring flowers. It's got the tree branch. It's got the bird. And it's just kind of a different size because it's that long, thinner one.
Nice.
So that was kind of nice. When I decided to get the fabric, because a lot of times while I've got buying the pattern, I want to get the fabric at the same time because I've got, you know, all the stuff there to see what I need. It called for tumbleweed.
Oh, I don't
And
like
apparently tumbleweed is no longer available to get. So they have their little book here, and they have a little swatch of it, and they looked at it, and I saw that, and I'm like, okay, well, let me go see what I can dig through on their shelf and what I can find. And I found Tin Roof, which when they held it up next to their swatch, it was like a dead match.
Wow.
So if you happen to have this Apple Blossom sampler, and it's by the Drawn Thread, Tin Roof will work perfect, unless you want to go to a totally different color. But that will work just fine.
Nice.
So yeah, that was kind of nice that I was able to find that, and it all worked out.
Heck yeah.
The only thing I was going to show you also is I had done this in some other videos, just showing you something I had stitched previously. Some of them had been a really long time ago, some not as far. I thought I'd bring one thing in. Since we're going to have a short video and we don't have as much to talk about, I just brought one thing.
I love it.
So, make sure I get it up the right
I
side
love
up.
that milk glass.
So, this is that pattern that they've had. As you notice, it says 2015. I think the pattern was out about that time.
Who's it by?
I don't know. I thought, it's like, I don't know if I have the pattern anymore. I might, but I didn't really have time to go dig it out. So I just thought I'd bring this. The thing that I find funny is when they tell you all of the supplies that you need.
Yeah.
They tell you what fabric they use. They tell you what thread they use. And for the dish, it says, look in your grandmother's attic, antique store, or whatever. In other words, you can't just order it from somewhere. You have to go
Gotcha.
hunt it down and find it. Which cracked me up. So I did find it. I've actually found several in antique stores.
That's
And I think that they were using it for a scissor holder.
Scissors. Yeah, I have one like that with a frog
So,
inside.
yeah.
And I use it for scissors. It's really cool. The one just exactly like it. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I do use it for scissors. I just took them out to bring here. So,
Well, yeah.
so yeah,
Love
that's my fun thing. Did you have something else?
Nope, you know what? I'm good. It is going to be a short video,
Yeah.
but it's good. I mean, you're busy. You've got a
I
lot
know.
exciting,
Yeah.
and yeah. So I mean,
I was going to mention one other thing, and then we'll talk about our giveaway, because we did have one from last video. Is I just wanted to mention that I know a lot of people do different videos different ways, and their content's all, ranges all over the place. And if I ever have a time where I'm getting together with either just a few friends or a whole group, like our Northwest Pacific, Northwest Stitchers groups gets together, whatever, that, when you're with a group like that, you talk about everything. You talk about your stitching, past, present, whatever. You talk about your family. You talk about plans that you've got coming up. You talk about everything.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I watch Flosstube videos that I kind of am looking for the same thing. I don't necessarily need to see, an hour's worth of people stitching stuff. If they want to talk about their life and what's going on, I love it, because I feel like I'm part of a group when I normally get together, and I really enjoy hearing what's going on with people.
It's a way to make friends through
this little community we have, definitely.
And the stitching community is amazing.
Yes.
We love you guys so much.
So that's kind of how I view the Flosstube and kind of how we approach what we do. And so that's kind of, if it's not your thing, then we completely understand. We don't, nobody pleases everybody.
No.
And if you don't want to watch it, or if you want to fast forward through that part of the video, that's it's not going to hurt our
We all
feelings.
have our favorites. We all have people we love, and
Yeah.
it's great. I mean, that's why there's so many people out there, and it's such a great Flosstube community. It makes it fun.
Definitely.
I know there's no possible way that everyone can stay on top of everyone.
Oh no, there's
just
too
no way.
many people. There's
So,
way too many
yeah.
people, and everybody's busy too. It's just, you know, I think what a lot of us do is when we sit down to do our own stitching is probably when we're going to watch our Flosstube videos,
Yeah.
and not necessarily take time out of our day to do it any other time. So there's only so much time that you're probably going to have to stitch, and that means only so many Flosstube videos you get to watch.
And I'm a weirdo because I don't usually stitch to Flosstube. I usually stitch to old things like Murder, She Wrote,
Oh yeah.
Matlock. I'm weird. It's weird. That's like the type of stuff I love
I
to
stitch to
too.
everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and I end up missing some things. I know I've watched some people say that when they stitch, they're like, "Oh, hubby, can you rewind that? I missed that." And they get really
That's why I
upset
can't
with them.
watch like new shows
Yeah.
because I know. So I watch shows or like Hallmark mystery movies.
Yeah.
Like I can watch those because I don't have to look at the whole time.
We have a visitor. We're doing our Flosstube video.
Fun! And I photobombed it.
I love it. Best photo bomb ever.
Oh my gosh, that's so
But
funny.
then people are going to know my secrets that I come here at lunch. I don't normally share it because if people knew how often I came.
Oh, that's great. Well, have a good lunch. Thank you. Oh, that was great.
Awesome.
That was great. We love it.
That was perfect timing too because we're almost
Oh my
done.
gosh, we're almost done. The one thing we have left is our little giveaway. So, Stephanie, who won our giveaway?
Sharon Littlefield,
Yay,
you are the
Sharon.
winner.
And as usual, we'll post on your comment, and then you need to reply back to give us your address so we can get it out.
The best way is either pixieduststitchers@gmail.com or if you follow us on Instagram, do the direct message.
Yeah.
To Pixie Dust Stitchers.
Our last winner gave us their stuff right away, and I was able to get it out like the next day. So if you can get it to us right away, then we will get it in the mail as fast as we possibly can. So, yeah. So anyway, I think we are
And we don't have a giveaway this week, sorry guys,
No,
but
we're
we'll
going
do
to-
one soon.
Yeah, with the vacation and just everything going on, it's kind of like, I think we'll wait.
So do you think it's going to be another 2 weeks or will it be a little longer than 2
No,
weeks?
I think we'll probably do 2 weeks because we are gone for a week, and then we'll be back, and I'll have several days before we would end up doing so. I don't know how much stitching I'll have done,
Yeah.
but maybe I'll have the little Miss Switch all finished.
Yeah, we'll just fill you in on our trip and whatever else is new with us. So, but thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So much,
Yep.
and we'll see you next time.
All right, bye.
Bye.